There are great players, there are World Cup winners, and then there are the rare stars who earn the admiration of their fiercest rivals. That is exactly what has happened with Cheslin Kolbe, as former All Blacks captain Sam Cane has delivered one of the biggest compliments any rugby player could receive. After spending the past few years playing alongside the Springboks magician in Japan, Cane believes Kolbe belongs in the conversation as one of the greatest rugby players of all time. Coming from a man who has shared the field with some of New Zealand's finest talents and battled against the world's best for more than a decade, those words carry enormous weight. Since joining Suntory Sungoliath following the 2023 Rugby World Cup, Sam Cane has witnessed Cheslin Kolbe's extraordinary talent from a completely different perspective. Fans around the world have long marveled at the winger's breathtaking sidesteps, explosive acceleration and fearless style of play, but according to Cane, seeing those moments unfold every day in training is something else entirely. Speaking on the aftermatch with Kirsten Beeve, the former All Black skipper admitted that no amount of television highlights can truly capture what Kolbe is capable of producing behind closed doors. When former All Black Stephen Donald asked whether Kolbe possessed the most incredible footwork he had ever seen, Cane answered without hesitation. He described the Springbok superstar as, definitely, having the most ridiculous feat he had ever encountered, before explaining that watching him every week in training only reinforced his belief that Kolbe belongs among rugby's all-time greats. According to Cane, what makes the South African even more remarkable is that many of the spectacular tries he scores during training are unlike anything he has ever witnessed from another player. He recalled moments where Kolbe would chip the ball over defenders, chase it down, then calmly chip over the fullback before finishing in the corner, leaving teammates standing in disbelief. While those around him have almost become accustomed to such brilliance after seeing it repeatedly, Cane admitted that he still finds himself amazed every time it happens. Those comments become even more significant when considering the caliber of players Sam Cane has shared dressing rooms with throughout his illustrious career. During his time with the Chiefs and the All Blacks, he played alongside elite backs including James Lowe, Tim Nana-Williams, Will Jordan, Julian Saviour, Corey Jane, Waisake Naholo, and many other international stars who have lit up rugby's biggest stages. Yet despite experiencing all of that incredible talent firsthand, it is Cheslin Kolbe who has left perhaps the greatest impression. That speaks volumes about just how unique the Springbok winger truly is. Standing significantly smaller than many of rugby's most dominant athletes, Kolbe has built his reputation not through sheer size but through extraordinary agility, courage and intelligence. Cane highlighted that despite his smaller frame, Kolbe never avoids the physical side of the game. Whether it is making crucial tackles, competing at the breakdown or throwing himself into defensive situations against much bigger opponents, he consistently demonstrates remarkable strength and commitment. Combined with his unmatched footwork and creativity, it creates a player capable of changing matches in an instant. It is this complete package that has helped Kolbe become one of the defining figures of the modern Springboks era. His dazzling performances played a massive role in South Africa lifting back-to-back Rugby World Cups, while his ability to deliver in the biggest moments has made him a nightmare for defenders across the globe. Time and again, when the pressure reaches its highest point, Kolbe somehow finds space where none appears to exist, turning impossible situations into unforgettable highlights. Beyond the praise for Kolbe, Sam Cane also offered fascinating insight into the friendships he has developed with several Springbok players during his time in Japan. The fierce rivalry between South Africa and New Zealand is one of the greatest in world sport, but Cane revealed that away from the intensity of Test rugby, the respect between players runs incredibly deep. He explained that playing alongside Kolbe at Suntory has allowed him to appreciate not only his brilliance on the field but also his character away from it. Cane also spoke warmly about Jesse Kriel, revealing that because Kriel plays for Canon, located just down the road, the pair regularly meet for dinner throughout the season. Reflecting on their younger days in international rugby, Cane remembered how both players entered their respective national teams at similar ages and naturally gravitated towards one another after matches, forming friendships despite representing fierce rivals on the international stage. He also praised Springboks captain Siya Kolisi, noting that the South African leader consistently goes the extra mile to make people feel welcome. Those comments reinforce a growing picture that while the battles between the Springboks and All Blacks remain fiercely competitive for 80 minutes, genuine respect and lasting friendships often exist once the final whistle blows. For rugby supporters, Sam Cane's extraordinary tribute represents something truly special. Praise from teammates is always meaningful, but admiration from a former rival captain who has spent years competing against the very best players in the world carries exceptional significance. When someone with Cane's experience declares that Cheslin Kolbe is among the greatest players of all time, it is not simply another compliment, it is recognition earned through countless training sessions, fierce contests, and close observation. As Kolbe continues to inspire fans with his dazzling brilliance and relentless determination, his legacy only continues to grow, and with endorsements like this from one of New Zealand's most respected leaders, there is little doubt that the Springbok wizard has secured his place among rugby's true legends.
Sometimes the greatest compliments in sport do not come from teammates, coaches, or passionate supporters. Instead, they come from the fiercest rivals who have spent years trying to stop you. That is exactly why the latest comments from former All Blacks captain Sam Cane about Springbok superstar Cheslin Kolbe have captured the rugby world's attention. After sharing a dressing room with the South African magician in Japan, Cane has made a remarkable admission that few could have predicted years ago when the pair were battling for rugby's biggest prizes. The former New Zealand captain believes Kolbe is not simply one of the best players of this generation but deserves to be mentioned among the greatest players the sport has ever seen. Those are powerful words from a man who has enjoyed one of rugby's most decorated careers, captained the All Blacks, won rugby championships, played in World Cups and lined up alongside some of the finest backs the game has ever produced. If anyone understands what true greatness looks like, it is Sam Cane, and his praise has only strengthened Cheslin Kolbe's growing legacy. Ever since arriving at Suntory Sungoliath after the 2023 Rugby World Cup, Cane has experienced something that very few former opponents ever get the chance to enjoy. Instead of desperately trying to defend against Kolbe's breathtaking footwork and electric pace, he now watches those incredible moments unfold every single week in training. While millions of rugby fans around the globe admire the Springbok winger through television broadcasts and highlight reels, Cane has been given a front-row seat to the magic that usually remains hidden behind closed doors. According to him, what supporters witness on match day is only part of the story because Kolbe regularly produces moments during training that leave even experienced international players shaking their heads in disbelief. Speaking during the aftermatch with Cast and Beeve, Sam Cane did not hesitate when former All Black Stephen Donald asked whether Cheslin Kolbe possessed the best footwork he had ever encountered. The answer was immediate and emphatic. Cane replied that Kolbe definitely had the most ridiculous feat he had ever seen, but he quickly explained that the winger's brilliance extends far beyond spectacular sidesteps. Every training session, he said, offers fresh reminders of why the Springbok has become one of rugby's most feared attacking players. Whether dancing through impossibly small gaps, accelerating past defenders who appear to have perfect positioning or inventing tries that nobody else could even imagine, Kolbe repeatedly finds ways to surprise everyone watching. Cane revealed that there were times when Kolbe would chip the ball over the defensive line, gather it cleanly, then chip over the fullback before scoring, leaving teammates speechless. Over time, players at Suntory have almost become accustomed to those extraordinary moments, joking that it is simply another Cheslin Kolbe try. Yet Cane admitted he never stops appreciating just how extraordinary those moments really are because they represent skills that very few athletes in rugby history have ever possessed. What makes these comments especially significant is the incredible list of players Sam Cane has played alongside throughout his career. During his years with the Chiefs and the All Blacks, he shared the field with world-class stars including James Lowe, Tim Nanai-Williams, Will Jordan, Julian Saviour, Corey Jane, Waisake Maholo, and many more elite finishers who thrilled rugby supporters around the world. These players combined devastating speed, power, and finishing ability, helping New Zealand dominate international rugby for many seasons. Yet despite all those experiences, Cane still believes Kolbe offers something unique. That comparison alone highlights just how highly respected the Springbok winger has become, not only in South Africa but throughout world rugby. One of the qualities Kane admires most is the way Kolbe refuses to allow his size to define him. Rugby has traditionally rewarded bigger, heavier athletes, particularly in the modern professional era where physicality has reached unprecedented levels. Standing considerably shorter than many of his opponents, Kolbe could easily have been overlooked earlier in his career. Instead, he transformed what some viewed as a limitation into one of his greatest strengths. His low center of gravity, explosive acceleration, and remarkable balance allow him to change direction in an instant, making even elite defenders appear helpless. But according to Kane, the winger's greatness is not limited to his attacking brilliance. He also praised Kolbe's fearless commitment in defense and at the breakdown, explaining that despite giving away significant size to many opponents, the Springbok throws himself into every challenge with complete confidence. Whether making crucial tackles, contesting possession or clearing out at the ruck, Kolbe consistently performs tasks that many spectators never fully appreciate because they naturally focus on his dazzling attacking highlights. It is that complete commitment to every aspect of the game that separates outstanding players from truly legendary ones. Over the years, Cheslin Kolbe has repeatedly delivered unforgettable moments on rugby's biggest stages. His performances during South Africa's back-to-back Rugby World Cup triumphs elevated him into global superstardom. Defenders have learned that even the smallest lapse in concentration can prove disastrous because Kolbe possesses the rare ability to create something extraordinary from almost nothing. Whether stepping inside multiple defenders, chasing perfectly weighted kicks or producing moments of individual brilliance under immense pressure, he has built a reputation for changing the outcome of matches in an instant. Those qualities have earned admiration not only from Springbok supporters but also from former opponents who understand just how difficult he is to contain. While discussing his experiences in Japan, Sam Kane also offered fascinating insight into the friendships that have developed beyond international rugby's fierce rivalries. He explained that sharing a club environment with Kolbe has shown him another side of the Springbok star, describing him as an exceptionally humble and likable person.